I spent the first hours of the day from morning to roughly noon sneezing, coughing, and spitting because I felt sick. The only positive of being sick is that because of the fever, presumably, it makes you feel really warm and cozy when you're lying in bed wrapped in a blanket. There's sriracha mayo, ketchup, and mustard. On these hot dogs. I'm feeling much better now. Though I kept falling asleep, sleeping all night, taking a nap from 6 to 8 a.m. Then I think I accidentally took a nap that lasted an hour in the afternoon. Maybe 2 hours in the evening, possibly. It lasted from 6 to roughly 8 p.m. I'm not entirely sure. It's currently 8:32 p.m. Something I initially intended to eat around noon at 12 p.m. A Whopper and an order of fries from Burger King. Because of the afternoon nap, I woke up around 2 and ended up eating the Whopper then, around that time. Or maybe I woke up more around 1, but stayed in bed until around 2. Either way, I microwaved the Whopper and the fries for 1 minute and 45 seconds because I thought Dad initially told me to warm that up for 1 minute, and then for the second time he said, or 1 minute 45 seconds, but it turns out he actually said first 1 minute or 45 seconds. Either way, that 1 minute and 45 seconds warming up in the microwave, it seemed to be a pretty good time for a large plastic plate with the largish Whopper sandwich. And that order of fries took up pretty much the rest of the plate. There was barely a spot for me to put the ketchup on. The food ended up being nice and warm, but not scalding. Unit refills are part of an instant. And I think the only time I use unit refills are when doing so is part of a task set. I can complete that. The work I did consisted of finishing up the drama scene of a sort of TV show that's going to play in the background in the witness officers scene. I was able to find the end tone sound effect, the sound my phone makes when a phone call ends. By going back to one of the raw video files for the 98th Dan Hamming episode. It turns out it's called Voicemail from Sheet 2 bonus track within the streaming audio recorder. Third-party tool I use to record sound effects. There was also a point in which I used the FonPaw screen recorder, which I use as an audio recorder to record music, because there's a 1-minute record limit. On the trial version of the the streaming audio recorder, while FonPaw has a trial limit of 3 minutes. Which is a significant difference. At one point I used FonPaw in order to record 2.5 minutes of the music from the Congregate game Monster Clearer, though that game itself doesn't tell who exactly made that music. In terms of the witness officers scene, I'm currently in the process of adding in a couple scenes that briefly introduce Officer Bobby. And for that scene, I'm thinking of making a dark-skinned hospital security styrofoam drawing prop character. In order to have someone guarding the entrance to the first floor hallway. I think the afternoon nap was caused because I laid down on the bed in the spare room because my legs hurt from sitting too much. And before noon and some hours after that, I had a mild headache. I had some aches in my legs and I think in one arm. This one, to be exact, so in my right arm. But I don't have those anymore. I don't have those currently. I got a bit dizzy around 2 in the afternoon while microwaving and putting ketchup on the plate with the Whopper and fries. As well as getting what I call a juice, but is really a vitamin-infused zero water from Wegmans. I call them juices because they're fruit flavored. To make the hospital hallway entrance scene, to set it up, I use the snipping tool to within one of those placeholder videos within Vion Studio that I use so that I can make custom props using a combination of the snipping tool and then LiQWYD. Though in the case of the floor prop, I didn't have to use LiQWYD because for some reason the snipping tool didn't cause any discolorization that it usually does for the prop itself. So there was no discolorization that I had to correct. Throughout the day, there was a possibility that some people would come in to do a kitchen renovation, and so that, combined with me being sick earlier, led to me spending most of the day in the spare room. Then to get the wall, I simply used the eyedropper tool in order to get the color code for the walls for the hospital emergency room waiting area. Then I use Control-C to copy that color code, and then Control-V in order to paste it into the blank scene. That I set up to only be an eighth of a second, which is the shortest I can make a scene within Vion Studio. And then for the doors, I used the laboratory doors prop since I figured that's what the doors to the hallway to potentially an intensive care unit would be like, since laboratory doors or doors like laboratory doors would be needed to have an entrance wide enough for a gurney and the people pushing it. The possibility of people coming in to do the kitchen renovations, it existed from when Dad left for work until 6 p.m. Though I had pretty much given up on that happening by 5:10 p.m. And so did Dad. He called me a number of times throughout the day, from the morning until the afternoon hours. I'm currently investing my knowledge points into this, the Hero's Forge. There's no new ancient wonders available for me to build, nor any rune circles for me to fill, whether that be for placing a new ancient wonder or for what's needed to upgrade it on every 5th level. You could activate this technology, but I'm not going to, because one, doing so wouldn't unlock this technology. Plus, I'll probably need it at one point in order to complete a future task set that requires me to activate a research technology. All I need are some Trident Sprouts to activate this one. Though I might not do that right away, since I'm pretty close to the mana requirement in order to upgrade the main hall. So I think I may very well save my mana for the moment.